What's up, YouTube? It's me, Duper Mario DJ here. Welcome back to a special video for my YouTube channel.
Extra special, so special. You weren't ready for it.
Yeah, I have my good friend Mr. Matt here on Discord. I've used Discord before. You guys know this.
Yes, and I'm wearing just an amazing profile picture. It's just, don't question it. All right, a friend drew it. It's really out of context.
He's got a very special Discord image.
Yes. Moving on.
Anyways, so as you guys know, I've basically covered all of FREDGUY's games at this point, from FNAF Showtime to Proto 13 recently.
All of them, every single one. So have I.
Now it's time to do a special while we wait for Lastime Chapter 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm going to be interviewing my good friend Mr. Matt, because he actually was a voice actor for FNAF Prototime and FNAF Lastime Chapter 1.
Yep, so far. Maybe I'm in Chapter 2, guys. I don't know yet. Wink, wink.
Well, I mean, one of his characters was already killed.
Okay. Anyways, so...
So here we go. I've got some questions for you. We're gonna listen. We're gonna go down the list, and yeah.
Lovely stuff. Hit me.
Here we go.
Throw it at me. Bring it.
Warm up question. How are you doing today?
How am I doing? Well, excuse me. I just ate a banana and a packet of salt and vinegar crisps and some bread and butter. It was all very random, not all in together. But yeah, I'm pretty good. I've been vibing today. You know, the coronavirus quarantine stuff is not great for some, but honestly, like, I chill out at home a lot of the time anyway, so I'm just like enjoying the free time, but keeping on top of my, you know, well, I've just finished my history coursework today, for example. I'm submitting it tomorrow, so yeah, I'm good. Honestly, great.
All right, now we get to the good old real questions for the interview.
Hooray!
All right. The real question one. So, if you could give Adventure Protostar Freddy from Protostar Freddy's Sky Trip, what would he sound like?
Ooh, if he had a voice, I think it would basically just be Protostar Freddy's voice pitched up. Now, this is a weird topic because that voice was later revealed to actually be Steven Endostar. So, I don't know if it would be the same pitched up or if it would be like a different voice pitched up. But either way, I think it would be like some interpretations of Palpy, all squeaky, like, hello, I am Adventure Freddy. Oh boy, I'm so stuck. Help me win this game. And, you know, gotta ascend. He'd be like, you know, if it was canon, which I don't think it is, it'd probably be like in an arcade machine at the Freddy's location in FREDGUY's AU. He's just a squeaky little fella who's the unlikely hero, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, question 2. If you could voice any other character in FREDGUY's FNAF series, who would it be and why?
Ooh, interesting. I don't want to be basic, but, like, I'm inclined to say Protostar Freddy, because technically we haven't heard his voice. I guess it would be, like, his stage voice. Or maybe his actual voice, because he's just possessed by an endostar. I don't know if he even has a voice. So maybe him, because that would probably be like a goofier thing similar to what I did for Steven. Probably more like Toy Freddy than FNAF 1 Freddy. Or, I don't know. Maybe so more obscure, like the puppet from Showtime, but like, I don't know. Like, I think of like Bonnie and Cheek and all those, and like the custom-like characters, and like there's not a lot that comes to mind because they're not the ones that are important to the story. I think everyone else pretty much has a voice. You know, I'm not gonna do, you know, one of the babies, am I? So yeah, probably Freddy.
All right, moving on. Question 3. How well are you at voice acting? Can you give an example of any previous voice acting you've done for people?
That's an interesting question. Well, I wouldn't call myself a proper voice actor. I've never done any training. I've never done anything professional. At best, I'm kind of above average amateur. And, you know, I've been told I've got good diction. I can speak well, and that's all, you know, well and good. I can sing, I guess. But there's not a lot I've done. Most of what I've done is in Fred's FNAF series. Maybe I can show you guys a couple other examples, because there's not a lot that's public, and I don't know how this will be edited in. But like, I once did a job for my friend Peter. It was an SCP related video called Isolation. And I basically did a voice of like a guy like trapped in this facility. But it was mostly just my voice with kind of like not effects, just kind of different expression. And also, if you go to Game Jolt, I think I actually did voice acting for something other than FREDGUY. It was Pit Studios. What was it called? Bad Feeling, that was it. I actually did some acting for a game called Bad Feeling, which is right now only in a demo state, but if you play the demo, I'm the phone guy in that game as well. So not really a lot, and a lot of it tends to be phone guys for some reason. I just have, like, people just really like me to voice phone guys for some reason. I've done like 4 or 5 at this point. But yeah, I guess I can do a couple impressions as well. But yeah, that's about it. There's probably 1 or 2 other projects, nothing public, but I'm
did a phone guy for my live video.
I did. I was a phone guy in one of your videos, and that was, again, pretty much my own voice, but sometimes I do American accent, sometimes I just sound more panicky. But yeah, top and bottom is I'm just amateur. But guys, if you need a voice actor for a FNAF game or otherwise, you know, contact me. I'd be interested. Someone actually already did that. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun. Voice acting is something I'm getting more and more into since UCN, to be honest, with all the voices the characters had. Anyways, yeah, that's it.
How did you come to do voice acting for FREDGUY? Question 4.
For FREDGUY, I'm not sure if I remember exactly. I think he was looking for voice actors after Showtime because he felt there was something missing. And I kind of accepted because I was kind of interested, and I was like, I could do that. It doesn't sound serious. I think I came to him, although we were already like friends at this point. Like, I got to know him, he was already telling me loads about the project, and I'm like, maybe I could have a go. And then he liked it, and one thing led on to another, and these days, every few months, he'll give me a new character, and it's like, have a go at this. I'll give you guys an example, which might be showing on screen now or whatever, I don't know. But he actually... sometimes he'll send me like title cards kind of thing with like text and on them, a very blurred out image in the background, very dark. And for example, the original one he gave me, which I'm going to show because I think I can do that now, this isn't spoilers, there was no contract. Andrew Stell, it gives you some context for, like, you know, who he is as a character. It'll say, like, you know, he's got his daughter Gally, he's got a lot of issues, you know, he has these feelings. But the summary's like, his voice is normal and he's almost a friend, so I kind of just did my own voice there with the appropriate kind of reactions. But Prototime Freddy, who was later revealed to be Steven /endostar later on, is like, you know, a monster, deep, loud, angry, and he's got this like southern demon thing where his voice... I did the effect with the distortion, where it goes kind of all dry and really distorted and loud. And although FREDGUY gave the kind of groundwork and base direction for like the emotion and the kind of style of the voice, the actual exact sound and editing was my choice. I decided to add reverb, I decided to add distortion, I decided to give certain characters, I don't know, wah-wah or whatever. So Fred, I think I approached Fred after he told me about the game. And yeah, that's kind of how the voice is shaped up. Again, it was very much a mix of both of our efforts. You can't really pin it on one person or the other, but like, I interpreted his works, and if he gave it the thumbs up, it was used for the game. It's simple as that. Yeah. So,
All right, moving. Time should have had voice acting. Why or why not?
Sorry, could you repeat the question? Your mic bugged out slightly. It does that very occasionally.
Question. Do you think Showtime should have had voice acting? Why or why not?
Ooh, interesting question. How many questions are we on now? Is that like 6 or 7?
That's yeah, about 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So Showtime, I think Showtime actually, on the one hand, I like the mystery. You've just got this static. It's deliberately made that there's no voice call. Fred made that at the time because he's not really a voice actor. He's done voices in some promotional stuff, but I think he's aware that like he doesn't know how to work Audacity, and like he wants to promote collaboration and stuff. So he very kindly works with other people, including you and me, of course. So yeah, I guess Showtime would be. Like, it feels mysterious, but on the other hand, it feels kind of dead. There's the least to it. There's not really any story. It's more of a proof of concept than anything else. I don't think there was any story or owner's arc planned when Showtime came out, and he kind of fit Showtime into his story using Prototime. So,
all right.
I think if there were actually voice calls, like phone guy calls, that would feel a bit more alive, because you'd have like characters who could speak, and maybe even if the jump scare noise had voice lines at the end of it, that would be pretty interesting. So, the characters can speak to you in the game over screen like UCN. I don't know if that's possible in FNAF Maker, but I think it should be. And I don't know if that's been done before. So yeah, would be interesting.
All right.
I think if you were to remaster the game, it could do with voices. It'd be interesting.
Okay, next question. Do you think your characters are important to the overall story of the owner's arc?
Ooh, honestly, thought about this, and yes. I don't want to brag, but they probably are among the most important. I obviously did the voice of Andrew Stell, who's the main phone guy for 2 games, and he dies. He gets epically die. I didn't voice Chloe. That was actually my girlfriend Lucy, aka Chubbs Deuce on Instagram. Sodom, link in the description, hopefully. Yeah, she's... But obviously I can do that voice. But I also did do endostar / Steven, and he's very important. He's like the main antagonist. You get the impression he's the ringleader from like the Night 6 Call of Prototime, where he's like, remember us, and he's the one explaining about all of Chris Glade's regrets at the end of Lastime Chapter 1. You do get the impression he's the most vocal out of all of them. So yeah, I would say they're both very important, because also Steven's the guy who owns the pizzeria franchise in this universe. I think he's the one who starts it all, with Chris Glade. I can't remember exactly. I'm a bit vague on the story, but yeah, they're both very important. And hopefully I'll get to voice more characters, important or not. I wouldn't mind getting like a Mr. Matt Easter egg in one of these games. That'd be funny. Yeah.
Moving on to the next question. I think you kind of touched upon this when we were discussing like if Showtime should have a voice actor, or maybe how you got into voice acting with Fred, but was there any direction when creating the lines?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There was, again, what he would do is explain to me the characters and the emotions that he wanted to portray, and he'd explain to me with like a basic summary of, here's some context of the character in the story, this is their personality, and then I'd interpret that and do the editing and stuff, and he'd kind of just... Most of the time he was like, this is perfect, it's better than I expected, thank you so much, Matt Man. And I'm like, it's okay, Fred lad. And I'm like, wow, I didn't think I was that good. But sometimes he'd ask for tweaks, but yeah, either way, it was very much a back and forth process. So Fred did the baseline kind of work, and he obviously wrote the script. I wrote none of it, but I did the interpretation. So he was the what, I was the how. Best way to sum it up.
All right, moving on. What do you believe the fate is for Andrew Stell after Night 5's phone call in Prototime?
Oh god, yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Because he just kind of vanished after panicking for it, and we thought, he's dead. But then he came back in last time, and then we heard him die. Like, he got stabbed by, I think it was Chloe, who is Reminder.
Yeah.
He got absolutely decimated. We hear his groans. I swear, if he comes back in Lastime Chapter 2, he must be immortal, because he keeps coming up from more and more violent deaths. I think what probably happened at the end of Prototime is that he nearly escaped death, and he was probably an animatronic came into the room and like almost cornered him, but he got chased out, so we had to just throw down the phone and leave it hanging. I can't remember the exact situation. I think he disappears, and I don't think anyone else speaks after. So yeah, it is very mysterious. Only FREDGUY really knows. I do not know. I don't know any of the story really, but I think he probably just got attacked, but he didn't actually get killed. But he got taken by surprise in Lastime, because he's like very surprised to see Chloe, and that's why he dies.
Yeah, I feel like Fred did maybe like a troll there, like saying, "Oh, he might have died here, but no, he actually just dies."
Yeah, it could have been, because it's a bit of a phone guy trope, isn't it? Phone guy died in the first FNAF game. Maybe he wanted to do the same thing and deliberately mislead us. It played off. I would like some explanation of it though, because like, there's no explanation for why Andrew's back in Lastime. He deliberately avoids that question. So he's very distraught about it, whatever the reason.
Yeah, okay, next question. Oh, these are just like referring to what you think players might have reacted to like night 5 and 6's phone call at Prototime, where like it goes from Andrew to the animatronic.
I'm actually going to get them up on YouTube now to refresh myself, because they are absolutely crazy. So what exactly was the question?
Like, what do you think players' reactions were like when they heard each call, basically like night 5 and 6 of Prototime?
Of Prototime, okay, so just to clarify,
yeah.
Night 5, that's the Remember Us, isn't it? No, that's a different game.
Lastime you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed up. That's when Andrew vanishes. Again, I think that, I mean, I know how I reacted as a player, and that was pretty much kind of, I mean, I was pretty surprised. I was kind of shocked, because he was getting really panicky, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? And he does reveal some details about the story as well. So yeah, that was quite shocking. But I think Night 6 took us more by surprise, because that's when you get Endostar having a full-on speech. And it's like, hang on, it's not Andrew. And that was way more unexpected. But also it reveals loads of story details, and also we get like the demon voice. It's all very scary. And I really think that the fact it's someone else speaking is more unsettling than Andrew vanishing. The fact that there's actually not just silence, but there's someone else appearing who is out to kill you, that is quite scary. So yeah, as a player, I was surprised on Night 5, but shocked on Night 6.
Right. Next question. Since the release of Lastime, did you expect any of your characters to return from Prototime in that game?
Yeah, here we go. This is more familiar because I'm getting stuff mixed up with Lastime. I don't think he's released everything for that game. But my god, it's been good. I didn't expect Andrew Stell to come back. I thought he's dead, so if he comes back, it's got to be a prequel. But apparently it's a sequel, and he's alive. So I didn't quite expect that. I wasn't surprised to be voicing Steven / Endostar again. I thought he didn't get written off in any way in the last game. I feel like as the main antagonist, he's gonna come back in some big way. So that didn't surprise me, and I think that's it. Those are the only two characters I voice in that game. So yeah, I would say Andrew was a bigger surprise than anything else. Steven, no, not really.
Good question. So, do you honestly believe that the Night 6 phone calls should probably be Protostar Freddy or Endostar?
This always confused me, right? I thought it was Protostar Freddy, because he references the bite, and we know that Protostar Freddy is the one who bit. It's Gally, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. In the location because of a different voice line and teaser from one of my streams, actually, I think. But FREDGUY later made it clear it was Endostar's voice, and that there's this device apparently which controls Protostar Freddy. I think that could have been made clearer. I don't even remember how that was explained. I can't remember where publicly you can find the post that explains that, or whatever it was. But yeah, it was a bit weird. I feel like I was deliberately had Freddy in mind when I was doing the voice, so it feels a bit off now. And I don't know. I like Freddy. I don't know if he's really been done justice. it's I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, Endostar's cool, and Steven, character, it all makes sense now. And, like, the voice without effects is literally just him as a human being in that one call, which is actually pretty interesting. So, I don't know. It's weird. Mixed feelings.
All right.
That's all I can say. Mixed feelings.
Next question. Ooh, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are your official thoughts and reactions when you heard new voice actors in FNAF Lastime Chapter 1?
Oh.
Example: Night 3 phone call.
Well, officially, I was amazed. I was amazed at who they were because they were all people I knew, and actually all people that FREDGUY knew through me. I think, yeah. And officially, I was, really pleased to see them all joining the team, getting involved. And unofficially, I hate them, and I'm really jealous that they took all the parts, which I could have done, and no.
Okay.
Officially, unofficially, no. I'm really happy that you and my girlfriend are both in on this, because you guys did really good jobs. Lewis, Blake, Chloe, whoever, and there's more to come as well. Lewis's appearance was fleeting in last time.
Night 6 of last time.
Yeah, he did his own character voice as well. That was I think it's all pretty cool, to be honest. I like how there's more people involved. It makes it feel really alive. Community spirit.
This one was added since this document's been updated for a little bit. But
right.
If you could voice any of the custom night characters from last time, who?
Ooh. Last time.
Would you voice?
Yeah.
Like characters in last time.
Because there are a lot. I can remember them all, I think, because I played it quite recently. But that's interesting to think about. Obviously not the FREDGUY character. I think he has to voice his own character, although he looks very cool. I mean, there's not really a lot we know about them, of course, just based on design. Assuming they go off, canon slightly, you could say maybe Happy Corpse is like Happy Frog, but really distorted. I think the one that interests me the most is actually the Golden Freddy looking character. I can't remember his name, but it's basically Rockstar.
Yellow Bear.
It's literally Yellow Bear. A reference to FNAF 1. Yellow Bear. There's something spooky about him. He's completely golden with a blacked out eye. It's a Rockstar model version of Golden Freddy. Yellow Bear has got some spooky vibes that I like. But I think if not him, probably Protostar Foxy or PS Fox. He had to change it in the menu for some reason because you gotta love a Foxy. I could do a decent Foxy voice, and I think Foxy would be a cool character to just have around for these games. So one of those two, definitely.
Let's see. Looking at my list.
I mean, there were a lot of interesting characters.
I think we already talked about this question where how Night 5's call out in Prototime is misleading.
Oh yes, we talked about that. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
But it builds off do you think he should have died there and not returned in last time?
I think the misleading was pretty neat, but I think there should have been more explanation in last time for why he's still working there after everything he's witnessed. Because it was revealed that Steven forced him to, although he wasn't fully aware of all the possession and stuff with the remnant, or I'd guess. But I think there could have just been more explanation and it would have worked rather than having him killed off. Because I feel like him being in last time is going to be important in chapter 2 because he's going to leave behind something. It's kind of the game being split in two. It makes you wonder, he's got to be there to guide you through your duties. I don't know. I just think that there should be more explanation.
All right. Let's see.
Any more questions? How many more questions we got to go?
We got about 5-6 more.
Cool.
We're almost done.
We're probably 3/4 through.
Right. If you could suggest any tips for voice acting going forward for FREDGUY, what would you suggest to him?
Ooh, I would suggest to him, let me do all the parts. No, officially, I want to hear more of different people. I think he just got to keep expanding. I wouldn't mind some challenges if he wants to have more characters have voices and challenge me to do different voices. Whether that's be with playing with my own voice and or editing differently. It would be interesting to have Lucy do her character again, and maybe one or two others. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not just saying because you're here, but I want to hear more of Lewis Blake, because you only got, like, a few seconds on night 3 to have your voice in, because Andrew was, like, not there or something. It was random. I want to hear more of Lewis Blake. And as for that, I think, honestly, we should get more voice actors in, and actually more European, no offense to Americans, but, like, we've got all these different accents, you know? I'm British, he's French, Lucy's German, and you're American. We've all got different accents despite all of this game happening in the USA. It's hilarious. So you keep up the variety, because I love it. It's great. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, you brought up a point on one of your last time streams where, like, or all the phone calls should have, like, a similar theme. Like, how, like, the phone calls are different. At least, like, with mine and FREDGUY and whatnot.
Yeah, there was, like, you know, night 1 was just Andrew, night 2 was Andrew, and I think, like, Stephen was whispering at the end.
And I know you mentioned, like, the call sound effect, like, being different.
Oh!
Like, mine didn't have that.
Oh, God, yeah, I think that was just an editing mistake, because FREDGUY forgot to ask me for that, and he edited that one together. I didn't know about it, which was fair, because it kept it a surprise for me that you were in the game. That really shocked me. But, yeah, it was a bit weird, because the phone call ringing was missing, and it's like, I'm edited those in for, so I think going forward, I'm hoping either FREDGUY does the editing himself and puts them together, or he puts it all on me so I can make sure they're more consistent. Because it's a detail that just feels a bit off and just like a bit lazy when you're playing it. It's a small thing that, you know, you hardly pick up on, but I couldn't help noticing because, you know, I was really trying to listen for the phone calls. That was like the reward for completing the night. You get the next phone call, and that's the exciting part. So, yeah.
Were there any surprises when it came to, like, voice acting between the two games? Any surprises?
I was kind of surprised at how far it went, because, like, I discovered, you know, my own voice and my limitations, lots of them, but also, like, how to work Audacity and do, like, audio editing a lot more, because, like, there were all kinds of things, new functions and stuff that I tweaked with and messed with, because I didn't really use any tutorials for the audio editing, especially for the animatronics. Like, I had some ideas just from, like, years of using it anyway, but not a lot until now. And, like, I've also learned, of course, how FREDGUY likes to write his stories. He's got a style, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's interesting. He likes it to be quite emotional and quite mysterious, and that's all pretty cool. So, yeah.
Alright, we're getting down to the final few.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Next question. What is your favorite character in the entire series?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Matthew 24 from Proto 13. He's a handsome boy, and I really like the way he looks at Friday 13th, baby. Oh, no. I'm joking. Honestly, probably endostar. I mean, I voice him, so I have a deep understanding of him, but he's just kind of got this, like, kind of, you know, reserved, malevolent kind of evil rather than something that's, you know, in your face and kind of cheap thrills. I don't know, I think he's the most interesting to me, although there's a lot more I'd like to know about Chris Glade. If I knew more about him, I might say the player, but I'm just not sure. We need to wait until Lastime, Chapter 2.
Alright, there's a couple bonus ones, but let's get the final big one out of the way.
Alright.
Do you think FREDGUY will ask you to return for more voice acting in the future?
That's the big question, isn't it? Because after Lastime Chapter 2, that's basically it for the FNAF Maker, you know, Owner's Art Trilogy, whatever. So, I think he will. I think we're going to do loads in future. All kinds of stuff probably over the years. I have no idea, honestly. But he's still going to be making games, you know, a couple of years from now, I think. Still creating projects. And, you know, at minimum, I will be streaming them. And at maximum, I'll be having some other voice acting parts, I'm sure. He just, you know, it's all on him. He's got to hit me up. I mean, I would be cool to, like, create a project to have him involved with me doing the voice acting. I don't know, there's all kinds of ways it could go, but yeah, I think there will be some. I don't know what exactly, I don't know how, but Pit Studios got me to do the voice acting for Phone Guy in a demo of bad feeling. So, you know, maybe when they're collabing more, I could be in those. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Bonus question time.
Oh boy. Bonus. How many bonus questions are there?
2, but I might add a third one.
Oh, okay. Surprises. Bonus question. Where's that bonus question
These
at,
two
though?
questions that I have on my document relate to Proto 13.
Ooh, okay, yeah, fair enough, because that's like, how is its own thing? It's a bit weird. Go on.
With the release of Proto 13, and the addition of Matthew 24, what were your thoughts on the additions?
I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's on YouTube, guys. You can find the stream where I see it for the first time, and I almost stopped mid-sentence because I'm like, excuse me? Because my username on GameJolt is Mr. Matt24. It's got that 24 number. It's the same on Discord, I think, because without the numbers taken. But like, it was so clearly based on me, Matthew 24, and I recognized it as the mysterious character who we'd never seen before. At the end of the music video, I thought it was something huge, and I was like, what are you doing here? I thought, this is the Lastime Chapter 2 teaser. It must be.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was scared. I was happy. I was... what's the word? I'm trying to remember the word. I was kind of like flattered, all at the same time. I was feeling many things, but yeah, it was a really exciting moment. Because FREDGUY's basically made an animatronic based on me, even if it's not canon. I don't know. I think it must be. It was in the music video, but it was like the final shot. That emphasizes something big. I don't know, man. Matthew 24 canon. FREDGUY animatronic is canon. Why can't Matthew 24 be canon? Come on. Justice for Matthew.
Alright. Second bonus question.
Oh, yeah?
T24's voice sound like if he had voice acting? If Fred said voice Matthew 2014 or 24, whatever. English.
Well, hello. Welcome back, guys. Matthew 24 plays. I actually did think about this. I was expecting this question, and I think he would be quite similar to David Near's interpretation of Shadow Freddy. Basically, kind of like an old man version of Freddy Fazbear. Think like Mr. Hippo combined with Freddy, with like a kind of like a deep rattle, and obviously like kind of reverb effects and stuff, but something that's kind of very surprisingly gentle, but secretly malevolent, even more subtle than Endostar. I don't know how exactly I do the voice. I'm trying to think of how I do the voice here. But yeah, he'd probably like sing songs in his spare time. I think he'd be something more musical about his voice than like Endostar's.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be Matthew 24. That might happen, guys. If FREDGUY doesn't make it happen, I will invent it and put it up somewhere someday. I think I will. I got it.
Just like a short video. Yeah.
Just a fan-made video from someone who worked on the official thing. That's like Lady Fitzy putting up random FNAF art on Reddit, even though she didn't do it for Scott. Anyways, keep going.
All right. The third bonus question I'm throwing in here is, what would you think of the interview?
Well, I mean, what can I say? I mean, genuinely, this was good fun. This was really interesting. Some of these questions were actually quite unexpected. Like, some of them were not as obvious as I was expecting, and like, it was good to have a bit of a deep dive into FREDGUY series, because like, when I'm playing on my channel, I spend so much time trying to survive. I don't think about this kind of stuff, and yeah, it's always fun to do a good collab as well. Like, your channel is the right kind of place for this. I think this has been really interesting, and I look forward to doing more of this kind of stuff in future. Honestly, it's good fun. So
maybe we could do another one after Chapter 2 comes out.
Yes, definitely. There'll have to be one. There'll have to be one. Maybe Matthew 24 will have a voice by then. We'll see.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
We can hope.
One can only hope. But that is all for now. I'm gonna go give Matthew 24 a voice.
Prototime
Yeah.
last time special for my channel.
All right.
Could be a couple more like these. I don't know. I may or may not have been discussing with other people that's working for interviewing.
Teasing. I see. Well,
I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It was a fun collab, and I'm sure they'll be doing either on my channel. You guys can go check that out. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about the thumbnail quickly. There are credits. You gotta go check credits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the thumbnail.
The picture of yourself.
Just put it all in the description, mate. Put all the links in the description. Spam every link you have saved on your.
I have that all set up.
Brilliant.
Just quick shout out to make, and a lot of people that helped create that.
Yeah, it was a really good team effort.
So perhaps guys later, and it's gonna be rolling outro when I edit this all together.
Lol. Yeah, hope this will be simple. I think you might be seeing this whole thing from my perspective, just in case. But anyways, I think we're done. I think
it would just be staring at DMs for like who knows how long this is.
Yeah, all right. DJ, I got a message for you.
All right,
check your DMs. Boom. That's the secret codes for unlocking Matthew 24 Easter egg in Lastime Chapter 2. Before it releases, you just gotta know where to put it, guys, and how to decode it. Yeah. I'm joking. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed, do stay hydrated. Like, share, subscribe, give this man support. I think we're done.
Yeah, he's in the description too.
Yeah, everything, guys. Check the links in the description. Thanks for watching. Stay hydrated. Sips drink.